Hi preps, this week we'll be making some flowers using a fork. Okay, you will need to use some paint for this activity, but if you don't have paint at home, all you need to do is get a fork, trace over the fork so that you're making the same shape, and then color in using color pencils or textures. Let's get started. The first thing I want you to do is either with your paintbrush or with your texture, I want you to draw a circle. Okay? Draw a circle just like that. You want to make sure the circle is not too much towards the edge, but near the center of your page. Okay? If it's not a perfect circle, an oval, it will be fine as well, but try and make it a circle. It's a bit hard with my flat paintbrush, but you can see that I'm slowly making it a bit more circular. Okay, so now with your fork, okay, if you don't have paint, with your fork you can get a pencil and just trace over the pencil. Trace over the fork, okay? And that will give you your shape. But if you do have paint at home, I want you to flip the fork over to its back, and we're going to give the fork a generous amount of paint, okay? Generous means a lot of paint, okay? So you cover it. Now, this is the fun part, and you might have to just press on with your fingers. So we want to press. You might have to go back and forth a little bit. Okay, press. Your fingers will get a little bit dirty, but that's okay. And to make the petals like that, okay? So we're going to go around and print around four or five petals. So again, paint it, and then decide where you want your petal to be. And you might have to move your page a little bit so that it's easier for you to press on, okay? So I want this petal to come here. And again, press it with your fingers so that the paint goes onto the paper. Okay? And you might have to just go back a little bit so that the paint at the back also goes onto the paper. All right, and again, paint it. And print it. Okay. So I think for my flower, I'm going to have 5 petals. Okay? Yours can have 4, yours can have 6. And press it. And again. Okay. And that's it. That's our first flower. Notice how Joanna's got only one hand that's a bit messy and the other hand is clean, okay? So when you press on it, use the same fingers so that you keep one hand clean so you can keep painting and keep moving the fork around. All right, so I want you to do 2 more on your page. Okay, so follow the same steps, draw the circle, okay, or paint the circle, and then paint and trace the fork so that you have 1, 2, 3 flowers, and then we'll come back and do the leaves step by step. So once you've done your flowers, go wash your hands so they're clean. And now we're going to grab a small pointy paintbrush or any paintbrush you have at home and draw the stem and the leaves, okay? So I'm going to draw my stems first. Okay, so grab a bit of paint. If you don't have paint, again, you can use green Textas or color pencils. And I'm going to draw a curved line down. Okay, and we're just going to make sure that they're the same length, and the other one is at the back. So again, we're going to draw a curved line down to meet the first stem that I drew. Okay, so we're going to come down. Okay, and notice how I'm skipping because the petals are in front. Okay, so again, skip, 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 come down, skip, 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 and come down. Okay. We'll just make sure it's green. And now the very last one, we're just going to draw another curved line down to meet the 2 stems that we first drew. Okay? Okay, now for the leaves. So for the leaves, we want the tip to be pointy, the middle of the leaves to be fat, and then towards the stem, when the leaf shoots out, we want that to be narrow as well. Okay, so we're going to draw like that and come back down. Okay, so make it pointy. And then we're just going to color in. And you might just have to go back and shape it a little bit. And again. So you want to make sure the leaves are not at the same height. Some are higher, some are lower. Okay. Some are larger, some are smaller. Okay, and try to see if you could fill up the spaces. And then at the bottom, we can draw a little bit of the grass. So we just go back and forth, just like that. Okay, to show that there's grass. Okay, so again, we go back and forth and back and forth with our brush. And that's it. That's our fork painting.